Story time of the scariest Uber of my life. So this takes us back to February of this year. And it was a Saturday night, so I'm going out to the club. But one of my friends said to just Uber to their house and we'll all go together. So I was like, cool. And obviously, knowing me, I had to get a little pregame going. So after, I was done pre-gaming by myself, I checked my phone. The Uber was like 5 minutes away, so I'm going to go sit outside. So blah, 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 5 minutes go by, and the Uber finally gets here. And I was like, damn, this car is nice as fuck. It must have been a newer Honda Civic. I want to say like 2022 or 2023. This is where it gets really fucked up. So I go ahead and open the back door for the Uber, and I get in. Obviously, I have fucking manners, so I'm like, hey, how you doing, man? And this motherfucker just doesn't say anything. So I was like, okay, this motherfucker just left me on herd? So this drive is about a 30-minute drive, and the only thing in my head is just like, oh, this guy isn't gonna talk. And you know me, I love talking. I just figured, okay, this guy doesn't want to talk, I'm not gonna talk either. So when you're leaving my neighborhood, there's a back road that you take, and it's about a 2-mile long road of just like nothing. So as we get on this road, this motherfucker decides to talk. But it wasn't just a hi, how are you? This fucking guy has the audacity to say, do you trust me? When I tell you, I'm sitting there on my phone in the back seat like this. As soon as he said that, I went, like, I beg your finest fucking pardon. And as he says that, I kind of just like laugh because I'm like, what the fuck? And I just go, yeah? And then back again with no fucking words. And I'm sitting there texting my friends, yo, my Uber just asked if I trust them. On you, I've had a little bit to, so I'm like, what the So as we're still driving, I'm sitting there texting my friends, and I see him. He's reaching over in his passenger seat, just it looks like he's grabbing something. He was doing the same movement almost every 10 seconds. He was reaching over and then grabbing the wheel. Reaching over and then grabbing the wheel. And in my head, I'm like, oh, hell no. But I kind of brush it off. And then this motherfucker decides to speak again. And he decides to say, I have 4 kids, by the way. And you know me, I'm trying not to make the situation awkward, so I'm like, oh, nice, how old are they? Once again, motherfucker ignores me. And then he goes back to doing the same bullshit, reaching over in the passenger seat. And I kind of notice I'm getting a little bit lightheaded. Like, that feeling where you just feel your vision going a bit dark and everything just starts to feel weird? But I thought maybe it was just because of the pregame, but I haven't felt this before. And you know me, being the overthinker that I am, I think he's in the passenger seat spraying some fucking shit. So I'm like, okay, I gotta think really fast. So I go ahead and attempt to roll my window down. But it doesn't go down. So at this point, I'm about scared as hell. But I built up enough courage to just be like, yo, bro, can you roll the window down? And this motherfucker just left me on herd again. So at this point, I'm texting my friends. I'm like, yo, something serious is about to fucking happen. I feel myself sweating. I'm like, oh my gosh, bro. And now we're about 5 minutes away from my friend's house. But I didn't care if we were 5 minutes away. I went to the other side and rolled that window down. Which I didn't even know how that worked because child lock is on both of the windows. But I go ahead and roll that one down. And this motherfucker goes, why are you rolling down the window? I'm just like, it's just getting hot, bro. So I finally get to my friend's house and I just open the door and say, thank you. Oh, but